Have you ever heard of Oprah Winfrey? You would probably have to be living under a rock not to have heard of her at some point in your life. And she's the person who said today's quote, "You don't become what you want, you become what you believe." And I want to break this one down and dive deep and give you some inspiration today so that you can believe in yourself and know that you have the power to create whatever it is that you choose. I'm Dr. Amanda. I'm known as the Money Healer. I love to help coaches master their mindset, up-level their vibe, and manifest what they choose to manifest in their business. And I love working with women coaches because women coaches have a particular set of beliefs that's going to be very different than other people. And that's why today's quote is so important for you to scale your business. First, because I want you to think about this as a law of attraction quote. I've never heard Oprah Winfrey say that she's a law of attraction mentor, but she really is, because this quote has to do with you becoming what you believe, not what you say you want. And most of the time we will say that we want something and that's not in alignment with what we believe. And the reason for that is because we have big dreams, we have big hopes, but then we've got all of these underlying unconscious beliefs. And women get really stuck with the fear of feeling inadequate. Of course, we could say men do too. And I'm a trained sociologist in gender, and I think a lot about the differences between men and women and how women have been trained since they were little girls to be quiet, not speak up. They get mansplained as they grow up. I can't tell you how many times I've been at the table with a whole bunch of men. And back in the day when I used to not speak up and I didn't really believe in myself, I would be thinking a thought and I'd be like, oh, I've got this brilliant idea, but I'm afraid to say it. And then someone at the table, usually a man, wouldn't even raise his hand. He'd just say it. And I'd be sitting there thinking like, damn it, I had that thought. Why didn't I share it? And it's because I didn't believe in myself. And this would show up in business as you not charging what you're worth, as you being afraid to speak up, as you believing that somehow you're not good enough and you shouldn't charge that amount because you aren't worthy. And so we become not what we want, we become what we believe. So put in the comments, what do you believe about yourself? And this is an interesting one. Most people don't even take the time to stop and think, what do I believe about myself? So of course you can put the things that you think everyone wants to hear you say, and what you really want to do is dig into what you really believe. Are you believing that you're a badass powerhouse woman who can create a successful business? And when I say success, whatever that amount means to you, it could be 6 figures, 7 figures, it could be 50K a year. Who knows what it is for you? But do you believe you're capable of that? Do you believe in your heart of hearts that you are able to do what you love and make money doing it? Do you believe that you can be a financial contribution to your family or to your community? Do you believe in yourself? Because that's who you're going to become. We look at Oprah as an example because, man, she is a powerhouse woman who really believed. I was listening to a cool TED Talk the other day, or actually it was a book about TED Talks. It's called The Storyteller's Secret. Freaking awesome book. I don't have the hardcover here because I'm listening to it on Audible. Otherwise, I'd hold it up and show you it. They were talking about Oprah's story and how she got into journalism, and she had done a speech at her school, and then she won a scholarship, and then she got into journalism, and then she realized it wasn't really for her. She didn't like the style of reporting she was doing, and then she started doing these talk shows, and that was where her heart just sang, and she stuck with it, even though there were a lot of roller coasters on that journey. You know, Black woman, and she didn't have the financial means at first to build her network huge, and she stayed on track because she believed in herself, and she believed in what she was doing in the world. And so do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in your product and your services? Do you believe that coaching makes a difference in the world? Do you believe that being an entrepreneur is a path for empowered women and a path to empower women? That's why I'm here. I love, love, love empowering people who have historically felt very disempowered. And that's because that's part of my story. I felt really stuck and victimized and like I didn't have a lot of opportunities. And I was looking at all the people around me and, you know, the men in my life succeeding wildly while I was, you know, feeling marginalized and feeling like I didn't have a voice. I didn't get to make the decisions about where we moved because I wasn't making enough money. And I didn't get to make the decisions about dropping out of school because, you know, at the time, my ex-husband could make more money than I could make when he finished school. And so money and power for me were really confused. And I had the belief that men were the financial powerhouses and that women weren't allowed to be or weren't supposed to be. You know, this mixed with my fundamentalist Christian upbringing where I was told that women are to stay home and be the caregivers and that men are supposed to be the breadwinners. And so I got these layered beliefs about money and power. And I got these beliefs that I was never going to make it big and definitely never bigger than the men in my life. And so this caused a lot of upheaval in my life. It caused a lot of really suicidal depression at one point where I didn't want to be alive anymore. And the only reason I chose not to take my own life was because of my kids. And that mom role was so important to me and I cared about my kids so much. And here I am today. Through all of that, I've learned the power of changing my belief system. And so this quote from Oprah resonates with me so much. You don't become what you want, you become what you believe. Because all those years, what I wanted was to be powerful and feel good, but what I believed is that I wasn't. And so I learned to start changing my mindset so that I could become an empowered person. Now, all my coursework works on this, how to master this up here, transform your mindset so that you can feel freaking good in your life and make the money that you choose to make. I'm yourmoneymindsetnow.com. Reprogram yourmoneymindsetnow.com. That's my latest course, and it offers 12 incredible strategies to help you up-level your money mindset so that you can start to break through these limiting beliefs and get a totally different result. It's an incredible course, helps people double their income, helps you develop connected relationships, a whole bunch of awesome things. And it's all the tools that I've used to transfer myself from being that woman who felt completely victimized, disempowered, and now has a six-figure business that grows every year, has an incredible relationship. I own a house. I've got this incredible office that's like my dream office. If I could carry around my camera, I've got like this blue velvet meditation chair. My life feels really good. And it all started with me changing my beliefs. You've got to change your beliefs if you're not getting what you want. If you've watched me before, you've definitely heard me say that your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. So if you don't like what you're getting on the outside, you got to change what's within. So all the work I do in the world is helping you do just that so that you can feel like you have a magic wand to get what you want. And when I say a magic wand, it's like you get the tools to know how to feel good every day so that you change exactly what Oprah's talking about, your belief set, which is then what you get in your reality. It's not your wish that it would happen. It's not your when you're lying on the floor crying going like, oh my God, my life sucks, and you want something different. Nothing changes until you change your beliefs. So belief work is so powerfully important. All right, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Tell me something you believe, something you're changing toward believing, something that inspired you in this video. And I would love to get to hang out with you. Again, go to reprogramyourmoneymindsetnow.com. And until next time, NFA, money making high five.